set filming a bunch of content with my new SledTred unit, a manual resistance sled, treadmill, and power tower, full body fitness here. Lots of content coming. I wanted to start talking about the backward walk. Now, this has been popularized in the last couple of years, but it's been around 4 decades. I was doing backward sled work as a football player back in the 90s, okay, aging me a little bit at 42. And the main benefit of this is what we're working is terminal knee extension. That, right, which is really important for your quad health, particularly lower quads, VMO, and also patellar tracking. I had 4 knee surgeries by the time I was 22, and arthritis in my early 20s. Now at 42, I've got obviously arthritis in both knees, but bone spurs on my left. I can deal with some swelling and stuff like that, and I've had a history of patellar tracking issues. So this is so great because of the additional stability the bars provide and the bar pad, so I can really focus on the stroke. That's what they said. So we really get the push and the really good tracking of those quads. Now, if you're new to this, I recommend starting a little bit of a hip hinge and going full foot flat because it might be too stressful on your knees early on. And obviously start slow. Also because this can go between an incline and a decline. Outside, backward walking uphill is harder. You're working against gravity. Now, going up on this incline and a manual sled, but it stops when I stop, it's actually easier because it kind of assists you in pushing through. So I can make it much harder by going to the flat version on this particular unit. Now, if I go more upright trunk and more toe push, more quad stress and more knee stress, which is fine, right? Because stress, the right amount, gradually progressive overloading that means change, adaptation, compensation, right? So that's one way to do it as well. I can also make it even more low quad intensive by kind of going into full extension over the bar pad and now really focusing on that toe drive, the big toe in particular, insane quad burn and pump. And obviously to sweat the cardio, I build up to doing this for an hour straight. You can also play with, we talked about tempo, right? Foot flat versus more toe, trunk position, and then obviously I can speed it up and really make it kind of like a backward sprint. I can play with range of motion too, getting kind of more of a manual, an isometric quad thigh pump, and then working those full range extensions of the knee. So, such a good workout. And again, you can use these as kind of 5 to 10 minute warm-up starters or finishers, or just as a cardio push on an off day, or just however you want to do it. Again, I'll go at least 10 minutes, upwards of an hour. By the way, this can also go forward sled push, which I'll show at another point. But such a great exercise for knee health, knee, quads, cardio. You can do this outside, but I do, but I'm just telling you right now, the added stability, especially if you have patellar tracking issues, that knee, this is weak, the knee will track out, and that can cause a host of issues around the knee. So when that happens, you might want to consider getting down in that good brace position and working this. So I just wanted to jump into my channel here live and share it with you. Lots of great content coming out, not just backward walking, but share a bunch of outdoor sled stuff as well, but how you can use this unit to really get great results. Again, I've not seen anything like this for home gyms, right? Dips, pull-ups, this bar pad, look at this, can be adjusted front, back, down, up, down. So I can do things like, if I put it here, hip thrusts, Bulgarian split squats, Nordic curls. I can do sit-ups with my feet anchored. I also, beyond the pull-ups and the dip options, there's push-up bars. So if I bring this up and move this bar pad, I can put it all the way up, and I can open up push-ups and obviously the full range of motion, upper body movements. This can also be adjusted to flat, like I talked about, really easily. And the flat option, again, makes it more challenging on both the forward and the backward sled push. Sorry, I'm just so sweaty, guys. This is not. Oh, there we go. Good. Any questions, by the way, just ask if you're live while I'm adjusting this. And then obviously when I go flat here, we can see so many cool options. This obviously can be removed as well. Since I'm live, I might as well go. By the way, I have a link in the description if you want to learn more about this. Just use my coupon code. All right, so this allows me to, either if I do a high sled push, or I can get down here, and at the highest level of resistance, this gives you about 300 pounds of total resistance if you were sled pushing on turf. But again, I look at this more for conditioning, for distance. All right, focusing on full extension. If you come over here on this side, all the way to 21 levels of resistance on this. 3 macro levels underneath the unit, and then on here, the selector has 7. So easier. So it's kind of how that breaks down. Again, huge fan of this. I don't know anything else there in the market that lets you do all this stuff in such a small footprint. And by the way, I can put this up, secure a bar there, and it rolls on wheels. So a lot of times, so during the whole NBA playoffs, I moved this into the living room and I would just do this while watching the games, especially after the Lakers lost, because I didn't have any skin in the game. So small footprint, can do all the movements, cardio, strength, body weight. Thought I would check that out. Again, link in the description. And my coupon code BJG to learn more. Be sure to like, share, subscribe for awesome content like this. And stay tuned for a lot more sled in general, knee health stuff. Love you guys. Peace.